What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the DS Asylum. I'm your warden, Dimitri Strine, and today we have the confirmation of the LOE Zenkais. Now, if we go in the same order that we went in last time, then that means we have Yellow Frieza now, then next is LF Frieza, and then the Red Metal Cooler. So that's great and all. I've already expressed my displease for them Zenkaiing LF Frieza. I'm not going to go over that again. But my real question is, with what crystals? Because let's just take a look at the past 2 weeks. So my mission plan ends tomorrow. And the mission plan is where most of my crystals come from. People have asked me a few times now how I get crystals so quickly. That's how. I buy the premium for the mission plans. The premium for the Battle Lovers plan gives you 1,500 crystals, which would be a total of 2,000 crystals when you add in the normal amount that it gives, which is 500. And then I've gotten 1,000 crystals from the 21 event in the past 2 weeks. That is all of my larger amount of crystals. I've gotten 10 here, 20 there from various missions, 100 here. That I'd say between all the various missions, I've gotten maybe 500. So if we ignore the missions that give a honestly insulting amounts of crystals when you complete them, that means I have gotten 3,000 crystals in the past 2 weeks, which wouldn't be terrible. It's not good by any means, but it's not embarrassingly bad. That would be nice had I not bought half of it. Half of those 3,000 are the premium for the mission plans. That shit costs $8. I spent $8 to get half my current Chrono crystals from the past 2 weeks. That's not good. That means, in reality, in the past 2 weeks, if you pick the Battle Lovers plan and completed all of the challenges for the 21 event, which aren't really that hard, you got a grand total of 1,500 crystals. And again, by completing various missions here and there, you can probably bump that up to, 2,000. Bro. Which means if you no-life the hell out of the game, you can bump that up to 2,000. It's not like these missions are just something that you can do in 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or you can do with 5 minutes of playing throughout multiple days. No. Co-op ones, yeah, but the rest of it is shit you have to actively be opening your game multiple times a day in order to complete. You can't just casually play Dragon Ball Legends and complete these missions. You have to no-life the hell out of the game. So, in the interest of not insulting people who have other shit to do in their lives, you realistically only got 1,500 crystals in the past 2 weeks. With what fuck are you supposed to Zenkai this Frieza with? I mean, hell, I have 4,700 right now. This bastard probably comes out tomorrow. I'm not gonna get 1,300 crystals to Zenkai this asshole, or not even 1,300, 2,300 to Zenkai this bastard with in the next day. You're not gonna give that to me. I know for a fact you are not gonna give me 2,300 crystals in the next 24 hours to Zenkai this fucker. And even if you did, that's great for me, but not for anyone who has less than that. And if I did get that many crystals, that brings me straight down to 0. Meaning I'm fucked for whatever the hell comes out after him. This game is so pay to play. You have to buy everything. You have to always be buying these damn premium mission plans. You gotta cop every fucking sale they have. And even then, you're probably still screwed. I'd say the only people that even have a chance of Zenkaiing this guy are people who bought all 3 Super Chrono Crystal packs and didn't spend any of the crystals, because that's 6,000 crystals right there. You buy the 3 Super Chrono Crystal packs at 6,000 crystals. The premium mission plan will give you 2,000. There you go. You can actually buy his missions then. You have just enough. If you don't have this Frieza, right, but you have money, that gives you just enough to buy his missions and Zenkai 7 him. It's 8,000 crystals. However, right, each Super Chrono Crystal pack costs $41. And if we round that down to 40, right, we have to spend $120, $123 in total for 6,000 crystals and the Super Chrono crystals. Plus the 8 for the mission plan. So that's $151 just to be able to Zenkai this fucking Frieza. If you want to Zenkai this Frieza, you have to pay, well, the fastest way to Zenkai this Frieza would be to pay $151. You can go fuck yourself. You can actually go fuck yourself. You mean to tell me that the only way that I can Zenkai this Frieza without him needing to return 3 fucking times is if I spend the better end of $200? We're past 150 at that point. We're closer to... Oh my God. $151. Just to Zenkai 1 unit. And the thing is, right, they make a point of telling him that he can, or telling you that he can draw a random card when he has 3 or fewer. That's great. That's a great ability. But then they said when facing Tag Saiyan, and I understand Saiyans are like 90% of the game, but that essentially means if a Saiyan is not what's in front of you, this guy's completely worthless. That's what that tells me. That tells me right now that his kit is going to be so hyper-focused on killing Saiyans that if you're not fighting one, he's completely useless. Say you run up against androids and you're running LOE, you literally can't bring him. Like, you actually can't bring him because he won't get any fucking buffs. Oh my God. Say you're running hybrids, or say you run into hybrids. It's bad enough you gotta deal with LF Gohan's bitch ass, but your fucking Frieza isn't even usable in that situation. Sun Family, yeah. Most of Sun Family is just Goku. So, I mean, you got him there. The only member of the team that he can't fight is LF Gohan, and he wouldn't be able to fight LF Gohan either way because Frieza's fucking yellow. Gohan already doesn't give a shit about typings. Being yellow just means you die faster. So that is neither here nor there, but yeah, he's usable if you're fighting like some of the better teams in the game. And by some, I mean 2 of them. If you're fighting Fusions or Sun Family, he's useful. If you're fighting literally anything else, well, and Future, okay? Most of Future is a bunch of Saiyans. I'll give you that. So, Sun Family, Fusions, and Future. If you're fighting one of those 3 teams, he's great. If you're not fighting any of them, he's fucking useless. Because I understand this is only telling me one thing. But because they made a point of telling me this specific thing, that tells me his kit, some of his best things, are going to be locked behind having to fight a Saiyan. Now, I could be wrong, but if the only thing he gets when he's not fighting a Saiyan is some form of damage, that's not good. If that's the only kind of buff that he'll receive when he's not fighting a Saiyan, what's the fucking point? Just don't use a yellow on LOE. Or just use full power Frieza. At the very least, you can just like throw him out when someone activates a Rising Rush. He's got endurance, he'll live it. Just make someone waste their rush. That's about the only thing full power Frieza's good at doing these days. Just fucking making people waste their rising rushes. Yeah, the decision making, I don't understand it. I've been saying this every day for the past week. Who makes decisions here? We got fuck all crystals. This guy's gonna be halfway dead on arrival because you can only use him against 3 teams. So even if you had the crystals to Zenkai him, you probably shouldn't. Whatever. Okay, there's one other thing I wanted to talk about, alright? It's right here. We got Cell. So here it says, raise his overall firepower and lower enemy card draw speed and health restoration by unlocking all of his uniques. Power up your debuffs and increase damage to enemies with special move arts. Go for Zenkai in the event. Alright, now, with what energy? We've been over this the past couple days. You already took one avenue of energy away from us. And we're gonna need to do those fucking bonus battles if we want to 1400% these assholes. So with what energy, I tell you, with what fuck energy? With what fuck do you expect me to be able to do this? I mean, I can do it. But you wanna know what sucks? This guy's actually showing up a lot sooner than 21 did. I at least had a full month to get my energy in order between Fury Broly and 21. 21's been out for 2 weeks. 21's been out for 2-3 weeks. I've gotten maybe half of my energy back from that fucking event. How do you expect people? We don't have the fucking money to buy the crystals for your summonable Zenkais, and we don't have the fucking energy to grind out your free Zenkais. And unlike crystals, we actually can't just buy energy. I'm gonna say this right now. Free Zenkais are actually worse than the summonable ones. Because at least with the summonable ones, if you have the crystals, they're at Zenkai 7. And crystals you can buy. If you're willing to spend an obscenely high amount of money, you can buy crystals. But there's only one way of purchasing energy, and it's only 50 energy every day. It would take you about a month to be able to have enough energy through that pack to fully 1400% any free Zenkai. Those packs cost $8. Now, I used to be good at math, but I don't particularly know off the top of my head what 8 times 30 equals. But I can tell you one thing, it's a lot. It's well over $100, I can tell you that. And when I'm paying over $100 to do something that should be fucking free, we have a problem. Free Zenkais are significantly worse than summonable Zenkais because you can't just buy them. There's literally no way of just buying out the free Zenkais. As much money as they would make from putting energy in that damn shop, they refuse to do it. Do you know how actually how much money they would make if you could buy energy? I even was talking about it the other day, and I might mention this in the podcast that I'm gonna record tomorrow night, I think. So the podcast should go up on Thursday. I don't know. It depends on what I end up scheduling on Thursday. I have no idea. But I am recording an episode of the podcast on Wednesday, hopefully. If they put 100 energy in the shop, you could just buy 100 energy as many times as you want for $15, $20. You know how much money they would make? I mean, yeah, that's a lot of fucking money, right? But I'm trying to think of this in the perspective of Bandai. They don't give a shit about you. They just want your money. So in the sight of money, right? Looking at just how much money can we make, a $15 to $20 pack for energy would make you a lot of fucking money. Why are Chrono Crystals the only thing you can buy in that fucking shop? You should be able to buy anything. Realistically, you should be able to buy at least some amount of every single thing that exists in Dragon Ball Legends. If you want to buy everything and not actually touch the game at all outside of PvP and summoning, you should be able to do it. They want to make as much money as possible, but between not putting any type of souls or energy or anything else in the shop, they are legitimately missing out on millions of dollars. Actual millions, if not tens of millions of dollars a month, just from not having energy and souls in the fucking shop. It's so weird. I already talked about how you shouldn't Zenkai this cell anyway, simply because 21 exists, and 21 has likely taken most of your energy by now anyway. A lot of people probably have her at Zenkai 7 by now. Just finish 21, damn it. Just fucking finish 21. Don't worry about this cell. Unlike 21, his event should be here forever because he's actually from the original stories. So just like Raditz, Nappa, and Frieza, his event should be here forever. Just do your once per day thing for him, and then whenever the hell he's at Zenkai 7 is when he gets to Zenkai 7. I think it takes like 3 months only doing the once per day thing to get them to Zenkai 7. So, I mean, hell, as long as not too many blue Zenkais come out, that gives you plenty of fucking time to grind for resources. Oh boy. This has been an interesting video to record. I just don't understand the decision making, man. It doesn't make sense to me. From a business standpoint, they're missing out on so much money, and as a player, their decision making makes me want to cry. Like, as a player, the things they're doing to me make me want to cry, but from a business perspective, their decision making also makes me want to cry because they could be making so much more money than they already are. If you just lowered the price for Chrono Crystals and added more shit to the shop, you would actually make more money. Because if crystals cost less, people would be more willing to buy them, and in mass as well. Instead of people just buying 1 pack, people might buy 3. And then if you had shit like souls and energy in the shop, people would fucking crash the goddamn game whenever a free Zenkai came out. I'm telling you right now, you wouldn't be able to buy shit when a free Zenkai came out because the shop would be so fucked from 50% of the player base trying to access it all at once. You would make so much money. Oh my God. If you want more details on what I think they should be putting in the shop, again, I'm most likely going to talk about it on the podcast. Maybe I'll make a normal video about it because the podcast tends to be around like the 40 to 50 minute mark. So I understand people don't want to sit there and watch a 50-minute video. So maybe I'll make a normal video about it in the coming days, but oh boy. Zenkais, man. Fucking great.